You know that feeling, right? When someone walks into a room and just commands it, even before they've said a single word. That's called presence. And guess what? It's not some kind of magic, it's a skill. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can build it for yourself.
Because that's the goal, isn't it? To grab people's attention from the second you appear. And the best part is, this isn't something you're born with. Nope. It's just a series of small, deliberate actions that we're going to walk through starting right now.
So, where do we even begin? Well, I'll tell you where we don't begin, with your script. Your presence is actually established way before your first sentence ever comes out. It all starts with the silent message that your body is sending out.
Okay, let's get into our first big pillar, posture. Seriously, think of this as the foundation. Everything else you do is built right on top of it. It's the very first thing people notice, and it sends this incredibly powerful subconscious message.
Let's break down the actual mechanics here. Standing with your feet about hip-width apart, that's not just about looking stable, it literally grounds you, and it helps get rid of some of that nervous energy. And relaxing your shoulders, it's not just for comfort. It opens up your chest, which lets you take deeper, calmer breaths. And calm breaths project confidence. See? It's all connected. I mean, just look at the contrast here. It's night and day. That closed-off body language, like crossing your arms, is actually an old evolutionary instinct. We do it to protect our vital organs when we feel threatened. It basically screams insecurity. But open body language, where your hands are visible, your posture is relaxed, that signals trust and control. You're showing everyone you have nothing to hide. So the bottom line is this. Your body is broadcasting your credibility long before your mouth even opens. Your posture is basically the preface to your entire message. All right, so our physical foundation is set. Now let's build on it with maybe the most powerful tool we have for human connection, eye contact. This is how you turn a one-way speech into a real conversation. Now, you don't want to be scanning the room like some kind of nervous security camera. Instead, you want to connect with individuals. The triangle technique is amazing for this. Just make gentle eye contact with someone on the left, then someone on the right, and then someone in the center. Hold it for just 2 or 3 seconds, basically long enough to finish a thought. It makes every single person feel like you're talking directly to them.
And, this whole idea becomes even more critical in the virtual world we all live in now. When you're just a little box on a screen, direct eye contact is one of the only tools you have to really cut through all that digital noise and build genuine trust.
But that brings up a really good question, doesn't it? When you're in a virtual room with all these faces on your screen, where are you supposed to be looking to make that connection happen? Here it is. The answer is the camera. And I know, it feels so unnatural at first. You really want to look at the people's faces on your screen, but to them, that just looks like you're looking down. Looking straight into that tiny little dot, the camera lens, is the only way to make it look like you're making direct eye contact. So why does this one little trick work so well? Well, there's actually some cool science here. Direct eye contact can trigger the release of oxytocin, which is the neurochemical that's linked to connection and trust. So you are literally building a chemical bond with your audience. That's why it's a non-negotiable for anyone who wants to lead. Okay, we've covered the body and we've covered the eyes. Now let's talk about the actual instrument that delivers your message, your voice. Because a strong presence isn't just something that's seen, it's also heard. Think about it. Your voice is an instrument, and it needs a little tuning before a performance. Simple warm-ups like humming can make a world of difference. But the real magic is in the delivery. Instead of being monotone, you want variety. For example, a strategic pause right before you make your most important point, that makes everyone lean in. Oh, and try this little trick. Actually smile while you speak. It physically changes the shape of your mouth and adds a warmth to your tone that people can actually hear. And here's the payoff. A dynamic voice doesn't just deliver information, it conveys emotion. It's the difference between a lecture that puts everybody to sleep and a story that wakes them up. It makes your message stick. Just 10 seconds. That is all the time you have. In that tiny little window of time, your audience has already made a snap judgment about whether you're credible, whether you're likable, and if you're even worth listening to. So the question is, how do you win those 10 seconds? So, how do we take everything we've just talked about and use it to absolutely nail those critical first 10 seconds? Let's put all these pieces together into a really clear step-by-step sequence. Okay, this is where it all comes together.
First, you set that foundation with a confident posture before you even walk in. Second, you start forging that connection with immediate eye contact and a real smile. Third, you deliver your opening line with that vocal warmth we just practiced. And finally, you show your hands, that ancient signal of trust. See? Posture, eye contact, voice. It's a system.
The real key here is to make this whole process automatic. So before any important meeting or conversation, just run through this quick mental checklist. Is my posture tall? Check. Is my breathing steady? Check. Am I ready to make eye contact? You bet. By turning these things into a habit, you free up all your mental energy to focus on what you're actually there to say. You're not just prepared, you are present.
And look, this isn't just for some huge presentation on a big stage. This is for your next team meeting, your next phone call, that next chat with the client. The principles are exactly the same. So really, the only question left is, how are you going to show up?